But yeah, let's get started. Blaster Master 03 will be later today. That game came out today. But I also kind of felt like it's been a good couple weeks since I finished Super Metroid, and I've been playing through all the Metroid games lately, like just in anticipation of the upcoming Metroid Dread. I still can't believe that's a thing, like that we're actually seeing not only a fifth game in the Metroid series, but we're also seeing the return of the cancelled Metroid Dread. So I'm excited for that, if you couldn't tell, and we're about to play my favourite of the 2D Metroid games, which I am very excited for. So, Metroid Fusion, this was the first 2D Metroid game I ever played. It is not the first Metroid game I ever played. The first Metroid game I ever played was Metroid Prime on GameCube. Soon after I beat that, I picked up Metroid Fusion on Game Boy Advance because that was the newest one at the time. Like, both of these games pretty much came out, I think, at the same time, actually. In fact, it was like Game Boy Advance cable link-up things where you could, like, get the Fusion suit in Metroid Prime. It was kind of cool. But yeah, I fell in love with this game, and I know this is not everybody's favourite game. Like, a lot of people put Super Metroid on, like, this untouchable pedestal and treat it like gospel, and I don't like have a problem with that. Like, I understand that, but sadly, a lot of people kind of overlook Metroid Fusion because it's got some weird choices. But overall, I think the experience is really good, and I think you guys will enjoy this if you've never seen this before. Right? Let's get started. Of course, this is the fourth game in the Metroid series, as you just saw there. Just let me make sure the audio is correctly configured. It is. Fantastic. So this game has a pretty interesting storyline. I don't really need to explain the story because they will give you, like, an introduction, like, what would you call it? Like, they'll give you, like, a prologue with, like, an explanation as to what's going on. And then Samus dies, right? Well, that was Metroid Fusion. Thanks for watching, everyone. Can't wait for Metroid Dread in a couple months. But yeah, let's get started. I'd been assigned to watch over Biologics research team. Biologics research team, I'm already failing at reading. So I once again found myself on the surface of SR388. That's the home planet of the Metroids, I believe. So yeah, here is this game's pivotal, like, threat. It was there that I was attacked by a life form that I had never encountered before. It was only later that I learned the identity of my attacker, the parasitic organism that was known as X. Unaware of my condition, I was returning to the station when disaster struck. Whoa, look at that effect. Once the X had infested my central nervous system, I lost consciousness and my ship drifted into an asteroid belt. Oh, so that's why the ship, I don't know what Samus' ship is called, but yeah, that's why Samus' ship kinda, like, blew up. The ship's emergency systems automatically ejected the escape pod before impact. Biologics vessel had recovered it and transported me to Galactic Federation HQ. However, during the journey, the X multiplied within me. Yeah, that was kinda gross, that. It looks like just honey or something coming out of, like, Samus' suit, what the fuck? Corrupting large areas of my power suit. So this pretty much explains why Samus looks so different in this game, so if you're wondering why she looks so different, this is the reason. It then came to light that the organic components of my power suit had become so integrated with my system that could not be removed while I was unconscious. Large portions of my suit had been surgically removed, dramatically altering my physical appearance. However, the X and the central nervous system were too embedded to be removed safely. I was given a minimal chance of survival. Then someone found a cure. They proposed using a Metroid cell to make an anti-X vaccine. It seems that the Federation had managed to preserve a cell culture from the latest infant Metroid from SR388. The serum was prepared and injected without delay. I guess this game's kind of relevant in these trying times that we're currently living in, eh? Hardy har har. The X Parasites were immediately and completely destroyed. So yeah, here is what Samus looks like in Metroid Fusion. I actually really like this design. Like, a lot of people don't like this. Like, it's not as iconic, but I think it's a really cool looking, like, it's a cool look overall, in my opinion. I like the visor shape as well. As for me, one life had ended and yet I survived, reborn as something different. Pondering this fact, I realise I owe the Metroid hatchling my life twice over. Yeah, that's right, because it saved her in the last game. We'll soon be arriving at the BSL research station. I must prepare for docking. Yeah, so in this game, you're not actually exploring a planet, you're exploring like a big space station, which is, you know, a first for the Metroid series. The ship's computer had notified me of our approaching to the Biologic Space Labs or BSL research station. During my surgery, the research team sent the last batch of creatures that we captured there, as well as the infected pieces of my power suit. After regaining consciousness, I learned that an unexplained... Just gonna wait for the text to catch up. I learned that an unexplained explosion rocked the station. For some reason, this awoke a nameless fear in my heart, and now I am being sent there to investigate. My mission on the BSL station will be overseen by my new ship's computer. Following the commands of the blunt computerized CEO is something I have to bear, as it was a condition for my taking of the ship, for someone who dislikes taking orders. This is the second time that I've found myself having to do so. It makes me recall my other CO. I think CO stands for Commanding Officer. Her former commanding officer being Adam, I believe. Also, that was a cool loud vehicle that passed by. I should start closing my windows. Like, I've had my windows open for a while now because last week there was like an intense heat wave, but that's kind of calmed down now, so I'll shut the windows next time I stream. Too lazy to get up and do that right now. So yeah, Samus's ship in this game looks drastically different as well, since her old ship got blown up in the asteroid belt. There's been an explosion in the quarantine bay. The bay currently stores capsules containing recent samples from SR388 as well as parts of your suit infected by the X Parasites. The cause of the explosion is as yet unclear. Investigate the quarantine bay, it's over here. Quickly move quickly and quietly. You will still be unable to use most of your latent abilities. Don't forget that, Samus. So at least in this game, like a lot of people kinda hate how a lot of Metroid games have to explain away why do you have to like collect all your power-ups all over again. But at least in this game it actually kinda makes sense because she had most of her power suit like surgically removed, therefore she doesn't have any of her like usual abilities to work with. Plus there's a really cool way that you get your abilities in this game, which I'm not going to spoil yet, but you'll see it before too long in this game I think. Stop at the navigation room on the way, uplink from there. Is your objective clear? Yes. Now go to the quarantine bay. Right, well here's Metroid Fusion. Yeah, the new spaceship looks really different. I'm not quite sure how to describe it. It's like a big alien bug sort of looking thing. Not that I hate it or anything, it's just very, like, drastically... Like, I understand, like, Samus being different, but... You'd think they would have had, like, a similar looking ship to her old one, but I guess not. Let's see, This is all I've got right now, the beam and the suit. Wait, is there anything else I can do here? No. Right, well here's the first map. So one thing you might notice in this game is it doesn't leave you to your own devices. I mean, you can explore and do whatever, but one of the, I guess you could say, criticisms of this game from the general, like, audience is that it kind of, like, guides you along your way, which some people really hate that. I don't mind it as much, because there's just enough of the game that lets you do things on your own and lets you figure out things, but it does, for the most part, point you in the right direction. By the way, I love how punchy the gun sounds. And that's your default gun. Your default beam. Red door, can't open that yet. Can only open reds. Or can only open the blues, rather. The quarantine bay is ahead. Biosigns are confirmed. Please be careful. Alright. Music in this game is pretty good as well. I don't have the morph ball yet, so I can't go in that gap. I'll have to come back to that. I think you get the morph ball pretty early on, because that's usually one of the first things you get in a Metroid game. So in this game, you might have noticed that the X Parasite kind of came out of that monster and flew right into me. Basically, this suit is your, like, means of absorbing the X Parasite. Like, they'll explain that in a little bit, but, you know, that's kind of how you heal up and, like, get things in this game. Did I? Wait a minute. Oh, right. I guess I have to go back to the navigation room because I don't see any other way around that, so, yeah. Yeah, right, I have to report back to them and they explain this. This is unfortunate news. The specimen brought back by the field team were infected by X Parasites. The X can mimic its prey. Any specimen could have hosted it. Before the explosion, a security sensor scanned one. This gelatinous X parasite invaded and rapidly reproduced, killing the host creature. They also absorbed DNA and used it to mimic the host. You were almost killed by an X infection. Only the Metroid vaccine saved your life. It seems Metroids were the main predators of the X. That's why the vaccine works so quickly and so well. But it's also changed your cellular makeup. You will never be infected by X again. In fact, you can now absorb any free-floating X parasites without a host by merely touching them. This will allow you to replenish your health and restore weapons. You may also restore latent abilities this way, so pursue free X parasites whenever you possibly can. The station is home to many specimens, some violent ones. We must keep the X out of the breeding environments at all costs. This is vital, Samus. I'm already detecting some massive biosigns in this region. The X's are gathering. This may be our chance to exterminate them, but you only have a 10% battle capacity. Your chance of survival is extremely low. The Federation needs you alive and on duty, Samus. Is your objective clear? Now get going. I have released the lock on level 0 hatches. Look for the blinking hatches. Oh yeah, so in this game, hatches are not opened by abilities, but rather they're opened whenever the game tells you you can, like, go through them. So basically you've got to make enough progress to actually go into those rooms. Oh yeah, any free-floating parasites can go into the nearest, like, dead body to, like, basically take it and, you know, reanimate it, and then you've got to, like, kill it again to, like, get the free parasite out of there so you can absorb it. So that's another mechanic that you've got to keep in mind in this game. I have received some news from HQ. They can support you with downloadable weapons data. Once you have this data, you'll be able to use missiles. This will help against some enemies, but that your beam cannot hurt. Head to the data room for the downloads. The data room's over here. Is your objective clear? With missiles, your chance of survival climbs up to 20%. Right, data room. So let's see, D stands for data, S is for save, N is for navigation, or yeah, that's like where you report back to your like commanding officer computer thing, and R is... I don't know what R is actually. I think that might be for your, like, to replenish your weapons. R for replenish. A little bit more exposition here. This is another thing that some people were kind of turned off by this game compared to previous ones. There's a bit more story going on here compared to, you know, the older games. But again, I don't mind it. Like, I kind of like this world building, and it's kind of, like, unlike other it's done the right way. And it's not too overbearing. Like, it's just, they mostly front load it, and then most of the game after that, they kind of, like, dial it back a bit. That computer reminds me of a gruff Federation CEO I once served under named Adam Malkovich. He called me lady on missions. From anyone else, it would have sounded sarcastic, but Adam made it sound dignified. Out of respect with some irony, I named the computer after him. Interesting. Also, the elevator sound effect is weird. So, what is the R room? Yeah, this is the recharge room. Recharges your energy tanks. So I know I've been playing this for like 20 minutes and not much has gone on so far. Like, it will start opening up a little bit. Again, it's mostly still linear, like more linear compared to Super Metroid, but I still think it's got enough to keep it interesting in terms of like branching out. The data room is just ahead. There we go, 10 missiles. Hold R and press B. Oh, the door's shut. Electrical interference has knocked out the elevators on the main deck. This may also be related to the X. I'll work on it. As for you, try to find another way to the target. It's located here. I'm reading huge BIOS signs, so I hope your missiles work. To reload missiles, you can use a recharge room. A special type of X Parasite. You can also absorb a special type of X Parasite. You'll see them. Is your objective clear? Yes. Missiles are your only hope. Don't hesitate to use them. Now find a way to the target. Boss fight coming soon. So let me look at the, like, up the top corner there, it shows you what level the hatches are, like, corresponding to. So the red doors will be the ones we will see very late into the game, because you have to make progress to, like, gradually unlock these. Oh yeah, you can grab onto ledges. Yeah, I did hear about that. I was going to wait a little bit and then start talking about it, because I kind of like pacing... Oh, wait a minute. Right, didn't realise that. I kind of like pacing my streams, like, not talk like about everything at the very start of the stream, you know? But yeah, I did hear about the Pokemon DLC for, like, new Pokemon Snap. 3 new levels. I'll check that out when that comes out. I think it's on the 3rd of August. So it's cool to see, like, some free content coming to the game. I feel like I got my money's worth with, like, new Pokemon Snap, so I'm quite happy to see there's more content on the way and it doesn't cost any extra. Like, they could have easily charged, like, $10 for that shit, but no, they were like, yeah, we'll give you that for free. Ooh, nice. Already up to 20 missiles. There's the boss door. Gonna save first. I think I'll be able to beat the boss on my first try. It's not that difficult. Like, I don't remember all the boss fights, but I remember the first one. Which I believe the first boss may be a reference to Metroid 2. Ow. You fucks. Debated. Oh! Yeah, if those zombos weren't there, I'd be done with this by now. There we go. Wait, that's cool. That gave me all my missiles and energy back. I don't know if you can do, like, regular wall kicks. Let me test that, actually. No, you can do regular wall kicks, but in case wall kicks are too difficult for you, you can grab onto a ledge and do this. Is my stream dying right now? Because I'm noticing I'm having a lot of frame dips at this moment. Yeah, boss is right down there. By the way, check this shit out. I'm pretty sure... Oh, never mind. I thought they were going to put like a trap there to make you fall through and miss it. They don't do that until later, I don't think. So this thing was in Metroid: The Return of Samus, right? I forgot what it was called, though. Oh. So beating the boss is not enough, you also have to destroy the core of the X Parasite that was possessing it. And you can only kill it with missiles. There we go. And then you absorb the core, and there we go, Morph Ball ability recovered. I think my stream is dying, Squirtle. Hang on a second, like I'm looking at OBS and it's just a constant like cavalcade of red right now that I'm looking at. Like this is what I'm seeing at the moment. I may have to restart my router if this is going to keep going. Is my stream buffering or anything, or is OBS just being dumb? But yeah, I've got Morph Ball now. I'm going to pause this for a second while I wait for... Like, because I always get paranoid in case you guys are, like, missing this. Because my internet can be a bit of a hassle at times, and I'm not sure if this is... It's all good. My ping detection thing is saying otherwise. Like, my ping's kind of all over the place. Which I cannot show right now, but take my word for it. Oh hey, look, there's my mouse cursor down there. Yeah, it was green, but then it went back to red. I'm gonna... I don't know. I'll keep playing for now. I'm worried that it's gonna, like, disconnect any seconds. Because sometimes it does do that. Right? Let's move on. Hi there, Nikki. Have you seen Breaking Bad? No, not really. Right, so... where was that room that I saw? I think it was down there, like just above the navigation room. The bit where I could use the morph ball on, so I'm gonna go back there. Oh, right, I have to talk to the computer first. Samus, it's as I feared. The breeding environments have been invaded by the X Parasites. Sector 1, SRX, shows several abnormalities on biosensors. Sector 1 is a simulation of the SR388 ecosystem. To get there, take the main elevator to the access shaft and use elevator 1. Use the navigation room just inside for further update briefing. I'm not sure, but I think that whoever allowed the X into the environment may also be linked to the earlier explosion. I've never seen Beverly Hills Cop. Yeah, I played another Metroid 2 remake like several months before like Nintendo's Metroid 2 remake came out. In fact, I streamed it back then. One sec. Yeah, sorry, I keep looking back and forth at OBS with, like, the frame drops. Whatever, it's green now. Alright, down to elevator 1. But what is this? Yeah, this is where the game gets good. Yep, the X Parasite has invaded my old power suit and has taken a life of its own. Which means it has all of my powers, so it's basically a force to be reckoned with, and I am, like, next to powerless. So if I encounter that thing, I better get ready. That's one of the really good things about this game that I love. There will be moments in the game where you will cross paths with that thing. And you've just got to, like, basically do not let it know that you're there, otherwise you're going to have a bad time. Right, so here's the first of the 6 environments of this space station. On the main elevator leading to the access shaft has been severely damaged. It will be totally unusable for some time, unfortunately. Some unknown agent is at work. Something very powerful, certainly not human. I'll report when I know more. Now listen closely. The X in Sector 1 have invaded the atmospheric stabilizers. They must want to alter the environment to their needs. They are already reproducing. Clear all 5 atmospheric stabilizers to stop them. Now get moving. So yeah, as well as finding, you know, the boss fights and getting your powers back, there's also like little objectives tied in as well. So in this case I have to find all of those stabilizers and destroy them. Or, I don't know if it's destroy them exactly, it's just like basically get them to work again or do whatever to like fix the situation at hand. Oh yeah, that one can't be opened yet. Only the grey doors can be opened right now, the blue ones require a level 1 access. Oh jeez. Don't you love when old video games like stretch out a sprite so you can just see the pixels of it? Yeah, there's one of the stabilizers. Also, that's a cool line of pixels over there on the left. Atmospheric stabilizer on line 4 units, still malfunctioning. I don't really know if anything's going to come of it, but apparently 5G might be available in my area. I'm going to try contacting my current 4G provider to see if I can get 5G in like a 5G router for my, you know, home internet use. Because right now I stream with a 4G router because my broadband is like absolutely worthless. Shouldn't even be called broadband to be honest, it's like narrowband. It's like even worse than that still. It's kinda sad in this day and age, and keep in mind, like I know people for years have been making, oh this is the year X, or whatever argument, but it's kinda sad that like, even before the whole pandemic, like in the year 2020 or 2019 even, that there are still houses out there, or like apartments out there with like broadband internet that's like less than 1 megabit uploads. It's kinda like sad. Oh hey, look. We got X Parasite infested space pirates now. Oh hey there, cave story guy. Time to fuse that Met-android. Yeah. Interesting way of putting it. Also, I just realised the Metroid Fusion logo I've got in the bottom corner there, showing you what game I'm playing. The background that I recently changed actually really fits nicely with that. Like, almost perfectly even. Oh yeah, did anybody hear that Dr. Mario World, the mobile game, is like basically dying or something? Not dying, what's the word? Like they're ending the service, like Nintendo's not going to do any more with that by the end of the year. So the game is more or less like on its last legs now. Like I guess Nintendo is not really getting much money out of that one and they're like scrapping it. Mario Kart Tour meanwhile I think is like continuing to do well, which kinda concerns me as somebody who wants a new, you know, console Mario Kart game. I think we will eventually see a Mario Kart 9, it's just not going to be this year, sadly. Well, I was really hoping for a Mario Kart 9 at E3 this year, but obviously that didn't happen. Oh well, there's always next year. Gonna go check that other room back there. So yeah, like I said, right now it seems very linear, and it kind of is. But in later, like, environments that you go into, like in the space station, that branches out and opens up a little bit more. But even as linear as it seems like now, like the gameplay is like very solid, and the controls are certainly better than Super Metroid. As I recently like found out that Super Metroid, well, it's a fantastic game, a phenomenal game even. The controls haven't exactly aged that well, because they can be a little bit clunky and difficult to handle at times. Meanwhile, this game pretty much like perfects it. Okay, so that's a one-way gate, so if I do that and try going back... Uh-oh, you can't go backwards, so we have to keep going forwards. Ouch. Oh. For a second there I was like, why the fuck is my Morph Ball bomb not working? And I was like, oh, wait a minute, I don't have that yet. I wonder how many people who, like, Metroid Fusion being their very first experience, like, got stuck at that bit, not realising you could use your missile to, like, advance. Pretty sure quite a few people. Oh yeah, speaking of Metroidvania games, the game after this is also going to be a Metroidvania, so it's a double bill of Metroidvania games tonight. Blaster Master 03 will be the next game I play this evening, which came out earlier today. Really looking forward to that one, because the first two Blaster Master Zero games are really fun. Oh. Shit. Oh hey, look. Nope. Debated. Yeah, obviously there's not a fucking Chozo rune inside like a space station of all places. I like how this thing was like, yeah, we're gonna try and trick them. There we go, that was the boss fight. Kind of an underwhelming boss fight compared to the first one, but now we've got a charge beam. Hold B button to charge. But yeah, I do like that, like, slight misdirection there, where it's like, haha. Hoo-ha. Hee-hoo. Oh yeah, I got my copy, my physical copy of Ace Attorney, the Great Ace Attorney Chronicle today. Because that game is not getting a physical release in Europe, so I had to like import an American copy, and it just arrived today, so if I'm not too tired after the stream, I might start playing that later tonight, or I'll like start playing that tomorrow. Right, I believe we've got... yeah, I think there's one left after that. I wanted to go back and check something, but I think it's a little bit too late for that now. I can always come back later and check that. Actually, no, it's in here. Oh, I see, it just connects back to that room. Right, that makes sense. Yeah, I was looking at the box art for it. My copy is still in its like factory wrapping, so I've not actually opened it yet. Is there a reversible cover inside the box, or is it just like, you know, a single cover? There was a crack inside the save room. Oh yeah. So there is. Nice. Right, well thanks for letting me know that, because that was a purely optional missile tank. Which, you know, that's good to have more missiles for later in the game. I should probably save after I just did that. There's not a reversible cover for it. Ah, that sucks. I mean, the cover as is does look pretty nice, but I do like when they give you a reversible cover where it's just got no, like, no text for, like, the name of the game or something. It's just, like, really nice artwork just from back to front. Alright, the last thing's in here. Almost done with this SL388 environment. Oh, I can actually use this to hurt that. There we go. I love it when the pixels kind of like... You know how when the pixels like flatten out like that and you can see just like horizontal or vertical lines of like colors? I love when shit like that happens. Right now I just need to go back to the navigation room. Looking at rotating fans right now kind of gives me a little bit of PTSD after that nightmare of like building my computer and having to like flimsily attach or like try to carefully attach these flimsy fans on the cooler. It was a massive hassle doing that. Like, I explained it last night, but yeah, I got a new PC and I was like, basically my friend who was doing most of the building, like Deej Bruce, did most of the build work. And he was having a lot of trouble getting those fans attached to the cooler when he was installing the cooler on the system. But yeah, after doing all that and managing to get it to stay on... Oh yeah, that's right, it doesn't work like that. And we found out that we had to take the cooler back off, but he wasn't around to help me. Like, this was a different day, so I had to like do it myself. Take the cooler off, do something that, you know, I had to like take the cooler off to do something else, and then put the cooler back on. Getting that fucking cooler back on and making sure that the fans were installed properly and didn't fall off was like a massive like issue, but I eventually got it. Right, now for a mission update. There's a few grey rooms there, but I can't quite access them yet because the locks are still in place. So maybe I'll eventually come back to these once I get levels 1 and 2 unlocked. Atmospheric stabilizers online. But many X have already made it to the other sectors, it seems. In particular, Sector 2, Tro. The tropical habitat shows abnormalities. I suspect the X entered this sector with the help of our unseen saboteur. He or it may be in Tro now. Samus, get over there. We need to put an end to this. Start moving. I'll brief you at the Tro navigation room. Alright, let's go to Tro. Also, I think my internet's stabilised now because I've not really dropped any frames in a while. As I listened to the briefing, my thoughts turned to Adam. The real Adam understood me well. He would end orders by saying, "Any objections, lady?" He knew I wouldn't disagree. That was just his way of noting our trust. I wonder if I can trust this computer too. ... Something about that elevator sound effect puts me at unease. I mean, the game's atmosphere already does that, but the sound effect more so. Alright, well here is Sector 2. This one's a little bit smaller than the first one, but I think there's actually a lot more here than it really shows. I have learned the identity of our mystery saboteur. Samus is an X mimicking you. I have named it the SAX. I believe the SAX came from the capsule containing your infected suit parts. It used a power bomb to escape the quarantine bay. That explosion breached the capsules containing all of the X that started this disaster. But the SAX is definitely our biggest worry right now. The SAX is mimicking you at full power. You cannot face it. If you see the SAX, just run. Don't think about fighting it. You are still very vulnerable to cold and unexpected side effects of the Metroid vaccine. Like Metroids, you can be frozen by an ice beam. Of course, the SAX is armed with an ice beam, so please stay away. If you see it, just run. HQ says they have a bomb data ready in the data room. Bombs will help you find a way out if this SAX traps you. The data room's over here, but it is sealed by a level 1 hatch. You'll have to find the security room and release level 1 locks. But per safety protocols, it's not marked on the map. You'll have to find it on your own somehow, Samus. So find the security room and unlock level 1 hatches, and then go to the data room and get that bomb data. Keep an eye out for the SAX. So yeah, things are about to get more interesting now, more intense. Like, the SAX is easily the best part of this game. Oh yeah, each sector has like different environment music as well. Shit! Debated. Wow. I was trying to damage boost my way over there. That was very dumb of me. I didn't realise how much damage those things were taking off of my health there. Alright, well, first death. Yeah, fuck this room, we'll come back to that. I mean, once I get my what you call them, my morph ball bombs, I could just cheese that by, like, you know, doing the constant bomb jumping thing. See, what I was trying to do, for those that didn't realise, I was like trying to get the enemy to bump me upwards and backwards, so that would like clear that pillar of like alien flesh and get to the other sides. But sadly, the thing kind of stopped when I wanted it to move, and that kind of like fucked me over. Yeah, so the missile date, the bomb date is in there. We can't go in there yet, though. Oh yeah, I got word on when I'm getting my next COVID vaccine, so that'll be my second one, and I'll be fully vaccinated after that. It's happening on the 7th of August. So, it won't be too long now. Just over a week. So, after I get that vaccine, don't be too surprised if I don't stream for a few days, because I've heard it's not the case for everybody. Like, it's different, like, it depends on the person. But for most people, their second vaccine takes a lot out of them. Like, they feel usually, like, fatigued or, like, lethargic for a couple days after their second vaccination, in most cases. So yeah, if I get my vaccination, don't be too surprised if I don't stream for a couple days while I recover from the side effects. When I got my first shot, nothing really changed. Like, just, you know, a mild pain in my left arm because that's where I got the shot at. Otherwise, I felt fine. No fevers, nothing. It's the second shot that worries me, but I'm getting it anyway. Because, you know. So I've unlocked these gates now. There has to be something in here. Might need the morph ball for this. Once I get the bomb data, I'm gonna go back to that room and check that. Ow. Yeah, those things take a shit ton of damage off you. Alright. Morph ball bombs obtained. Oh shit. I hear footsteps. Or at least I did hear it there for a second. I heard an explosion followed by footsteps, so that's usually not a good sign. The SAX is nearby. Before I go that way, actually... Oh shit, they broke the door. Fuck. Yeah, I was gonna go back to that room, but I guess that'll have to wait for now. Also, I like how they mislead you into thinking, oh, you use the morph ball bomb and you go over to the left. No, you just go straight down here. I think if you're fast enough, like when you hear the explosion, if you come down here really quickly, you can see the SAT-X or the S8X like walking by. Because it seems like that corridor was designed specifically so you can see it. If you're quick enough. So yeah, you can see there's more to this environment than the map initially let us on. Because now we're like going down to this place. Oh. Oh hey there, just a Yoshi. I've not seen you for a while. How are you doing? Oh wow, we went a long way down. I'm doing pretty good, thanks. Got my new PC built just the other day. It's running really well. Oh. Ah, shit. Yeah, them blue ones are very bullet spongy. Ah, right, okay. Oh yeah, I do plan to get a Steam Deck as well. Hopefully I get a hold of one next year, because I've been hearing some pre-orders that like people who didn't pre-order immediately might be waiting until 2023 to get one. I hope that's not the case. Like, we're still kind of having like a semiconductor shortage and all, so maybe I shouldn't be too surprised by that. But there might still be a bit of a wait before that happens. Right, well there's a save room down here, so you know some shit's about to go down. Given the situation at hand. Pre-ordered mines early. Yeah, I didn't pre-order mines until like a week later. I have to go in now, I've got some plans with another buddy. Oh, that's fine, Pixel. Thanks for dropping by and watching for a bit. I do appreciate that. You take care now. I didn't see any hidden items in those rooms, or that big room. Life kinda kicking my butt recently, so I've come for that sweet escapism, I guess. I do appreciate that of all like the good of all the good streamers you could pick, you picked me. I mean, that I didn't want that, right? Like to say that like you could have picked like a better streamer than me. I'm not really a good streamer, but I do appreciate it that you're like dropping by and watching this. But yeah, I do hope things get better for you. I'm guessing you don't want to go into specifics. I don't want to pry. Up to you if you want to do that. Alright, well that was an easy E-tank. You picked a good game to play. Yeah, ever since like Nintendo announced Metroid Dread at E3, I've been like playing through all the old Metroid games on stream. And this is the last one I'm playing before Metroid Dread, because this is the game that comes right before that one. Didn't revisit the second Metroid game though, because I kinda did a few years ago, when Samus Returns came out for the 3DS. Yeah, that part seems suspicious. Been playing a new randomizer for it. What, Super Metroid randomized? See, I would play a randomizer for that, except I don't know, like, here's the thing about randomizers. They are only for people who know the game like the back of their hands. Otherwise, they will struggle with it. Like, I don't really know that much about Super Metroid. Oh shit, there's a Metroid Fusion randomized? I did not know that. Might be something for me to consider in the future then. Like, because this is my Metroid game of choice. This was the one I played when I grew up. Like, this was my first 2D Metroid experience. So I've got a little bit of, like, nostalgia and love for this one. Biased love, I guess you could call it. But I do think this game is genuinely great. It's really fun to play. Oh, right, there's more ball bomb. Forgot I had that there for a second. I think maybe this wall can be broken. Do you have Instagram? Nope. Don't have an Instagram account. I don't really have a need for it. Maybe you can drop... I think you can drop down from above, because it kind of seems like you can. But yeah, I genuinely think this game is fantastic. Like, yeah, it's a little bit more linear in design, like, it kind of, like, guides you through certain things. But there's just enough of that open-endedness to make it feel like a full-fledged Metroid game. Yeah, that's how you get in there. Did you go outside today? Only briefly to pick up a couple of packages. Valve sent me, before I start this, Valve sent me a couple of extra Valve Index controllers. Because long story short, my old controllers that I've had for almost a year now were starting to fail me. At least the right controller was starting to fail me, like the thumb tracking was all busted. Like, it kept acting like my thumb was being pressed down when it really wasn't. And that was, like, kind of, like, screwing around with certain, like, VR games. Because you've got to, like, do hand gestures for certain things. So, I basically contacted them for an RMA. And they were like, okay then, just give us the serial numbers and your, like, shipping information and all that fun stuff. And they gave me tracking numbers and they sent it out. And it only took, like, 2 or 3 days for them to send out a fresh pair of controllers. So really fucking good customer service from Valve. What did I say? A couple packages and not like a single package? Each controller came in its own box. Which is weird. Like, you know what the funny thing is? Like, each box was big enough to hold 2 controllers, but now it was like 2 relatively big boxes, each holding a single controller. And I was thinking to myself, well, why can't you put both controllers in a single box? Like, you can easily fit 2 in there. But whatever, they did that. I'm going to send the broken ones back out tomorrow, because they do something called advanced replacements, which basically means they will send you out a new pair. And when you get the new pair, you're basically obligated to send back the old pair. And I'm glad that they do that, because Valve understands that people hate being without controllers if they have to like send them in for a replacement or repair. So I'm glad that they're doing it that way. I'll be sending my broken ones tomorrow. Yeah, there's the boss in here. Big alien dildo thing. Ah, shit. I haven't run into the SAX yet, but I think I will soon. Do you like Mercedes? What, the car brands? I'm not really a car person. I like the Mercedes-Benz from Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, but that's more so just for how stupid it is seeing it in that game. Why aren't you a cars person? Because I'm not? What kind of a question is that? Alright, I took a moment there to, like, shoot it because I thought I had to wait for a week an opening. Like that last one. But now you have to wait for it to stop flashing and then you can shoot it. Oh, we got 2 things. High jump and jump ball abilities recovered. Nice. There is something up there. I forgot how you do this. Like, the rhythm in this game is different from the older ones. You cannot infinite bomb jump in Fusion? Oh, really? Oh, that sucks. See, I thought you could do that, but I guess not. I guess that's because they extended the time of the bomb detonation so far that it's like pretty much impossible to do it. So that's a little bit shitty. Also, thank you, car, for being super loud and driving by. I'm pretty sure you guys heard that right now, because I've got noise-cancelling headphones and I fucking heard that. I'm gonna shut my windows, like, in the living room. Like, I'm in the living room right now streaming this. I'm gonna shut... Oh. Sorry, forgot to save. Like, I had my windows open for the past week because there was, like, this dreaded heat wave that was just, like, killing me. So I had all my windows open to get some fresh air in and keep the place relatively cool. But the heat wave has come and gone. I think we're gonna get another one, like, in, like, August. But for now, it's a bit cool again, so I can shut my windows, which I guess I'll get to that soon. Oh, that door is broken. Yeah, the SAX has been doing shit while I've been trying to get my powers back. Can't do that yet. I've been hearing rumours that we might see a Nintendo Direct in September. There's also been supposed leaks about the upcoming game announcements. I've not really read into that because I tend not to read that sort of stuff. But yeah, like some people just making rumours about like Nintendo Directs. I'll believe it when I see it. I wouldn't be too surprised if we get like one more Nintendo Direct this year because I think we're like slowly returning to normalcy with like, you know, Nintendo announcing shit the way they used to. Oh shit, I didn't realize that was bombable. Uh-oh. There it is. The SAX. You do not want to fucking mess with that thing. That will just kill you in a couple shots. But yeah, now that it's gone, I think it's safe to leave. Oh yeah, I was in this room earlier. This is what this room was for. Right, okay then. Oh, I see these things have come out of their... Or at least... I thought that thing came out of an egg or something, or whatever, but... See, it's animating, but it's not actually interactable. That's weird. Yeah, I can't go in there until I get the gravity suit. That's not going to be for a while. Look how much, like, stuff there is down here compared to the original, like, the purple area is, like, the original, like, what the map originally scanned out, and then we've got this whole subterranean area down here. So yeah, this sector has a lot more going on than initially, like, you would initially think. Nice. That's the one thing I love about Metroid games, like, it always rewards you for keeping a close eye on things. Just gives you that little dopamine hit whenever you find, like, a collectible. And unlike most games where collectible is just for bragging rights, it actually does help you in the long run, because you'll have more missiles for the later bosses. Right, well, I'm back up in this environment again. Guess I should go back to the navigation room. Before I do that, there is one room I didn't check. Oh, right, I can't go that way anymore. Yeah, the SAX is kind of like broke some doors, so I can't really go through that way. Oh yeah, I can do this part though. Ow. Do you like music? Not really a music person either, which is weird to say, I know, but I don't really care for it, as weird as that sounds. Samus, we've got a problem. Releasing the security lock may have been a bad idea. The SAX has invaded the water environment in Sector 4, Aqua, with several thousand X. With blue hatches active, the SAX slipped in very easily. The creatures and systems in Sector 4 are already showing multiple irregularities. I know how to say that word, I just couldn't say it there. I'm currently investigating, and I will brief you at the navigation room when you arrive. Now head for Sector 4. I think I've been alluding to this before, Nikki, and I'm trying not to be a dick about it, but there is a chat rule where you're... I don't want people constantly asking me questions because it's not really an AMA stream. You should have had like that chat rule pop up like when I recently put those in place, but for some reason you did not see that. But yeah, everybody else who's joined the stream tonight who hasn't watched my streams for a while, you might have noticed those chat rules as well that I put in like relatively recently, actually, like about a week and a half ago I did that. So yeah, the SAX, an enemy with the strongest abilities, but does it have a reason? Probably not. It's just a killing machine. In my current state, I can't face it head on. The SAX is me, only heartless. I must stop it before it learns its potential and threatens the universe. Before I go back there, I'm gonna go check that other door that unlocked back in Sector 1. What are your favourite things? I don't know, I just like video games, that's why I stream them. I like One Piece, which I've been recently rewatching old One Piece episodes, like I've been saying on my streams. I am a man of very few tastes, I know. Alright, well that was a waste of time. Can't go down there. That's gonna have to wait until much later on when I get my Varia suit. Right, guess we're going to Sector 4, so... Kind of interesting how it's like Sector 1, then Sector 2, and you would think, okay, Sector 3 is next. No, we're going to Sector 4, we're skipping 3 entirely. And I think we'll eventually come back to that one. Right, Sector 4, Aqua. Aqua without the U. I'll play this for like another 30-ish minutes. See how much of this area... This is a really big area, see how much of this I can get done. Also, I see a boss up there. Top middle. The sector has taken more damage than expected. I knew the X were powerful and destructive, but still, this seems to be purposeful. We certainly cannot rule out the possibility that the SAX has a high degree of intelligence. I find the X fascinating, especially the SAX. But I digress. The sector is home to a very large creature. The researchers called it Ceres. It's capable of moving and attacking at ultra-high speeds. The more senseless and widespread the destruction here may be attributable to the series. No doubt the SAX released it, but I can't be sure as to why yet. Ceres has returned often to the breeding tank over here. Its natural behaviour must be to go back to it periodically. It's a valuable specimen, but you have been authorised to terminate it. If you don't, it may be in other sectors. While you're moving, please be careful. Some broken power nodes have electrified the water, but we can't cut the power, and doing so would affect the whole station adversely. If you touch the water, you will be electrocuted. Conserve energy as you go. Alright. So, get to the boss and avoid the water. Easy. Sounds straightforward. Yeah, there's the electrified water down there. Oh shit. Ah! At least it's not instant death. Okay, that's where I can't aim my missile well on there. Nope. Okay, that was not the best thing to do there. Yeah, let's back out. Might as well recharge, since the recharge room is right there. Oh, by the way, like I recently changed my stream assets and stuff. Like this thing right here, the please stand by. I'm currently working on a more animated version of this, so this is kind of like temporary for now. But it looks alright, doesn't it? Like again, Chod made this. Like he made all the new streaming assets that I'm using. But yeah, I'm gonna like he gave me all the individual pieces that make up this picture, so hopefully next time you see me stream, this will be completely animated. Again, while I made a big change to my streaming layout with all my new pictures and stuff, everything, most of the things are like in place, but it's not like 100% finalised. Also, I just missed an item up there. Where was that? I think it's down in there, actually. There we go. Yeah, so if you look at the minimap up there, like, if it's a tiny dot, that means you've collected it. If it's a giant circle, that means there's something there that you've missed. Which is very useful to know. Oh, that was stupid. Actually, that's fine. We're going there anyway. I guess I'll play this up until I get to the next boss fight. This game has quite a few boss fights in it. But I don't think it will take me more than 20-30 minutes to get there. Hopefully. If I don't get there in the next 20 to 30 minutes, I guess I'll just wait until next time to get to that. But I think I should be able to get there in half an hour. So thankfully these pools of water are not affected by the electrocution, by the electric nodes, because they're like completely isolated puddles of water. The boss is like right above me. I've still got a few rooms. Yeah, it seems like you have to drop down from above on there, so... Yeah, just having a look around just to see what possible ways I can go around to get in there. Gotta go back down to that other door that I didn't check yet. I can't believe that missile missed both of them. Kind of debating on playing some more Super Sonic Robo Blast 2 Kart after getting my shit rocked on one server. Oh, that's fair enough. Welcome to the stream, Moo. This game is like Resident Evil's Umbrella's lab. It kind of is. I mean, it's like a research lab. It's a research station, or it's a research space station. So yeah, it kind of has that vibe going on. Oh shit! Oh fuck! I forgot you have to hold up to grab onto that. That's fine. Just a little electrocuted, it's still good. It's still good. Yeah, plus the virus outbreak, obviously. Do you think Nintendo's kind of like nervous about re-releasing this game because of current, you know, worldwide situations? Because the start of the story pretty much tells you, oh, there's like this weird virus and I mean, they have a cure for it, but it's still like a force to be reckoned with. It's something that is very dangerous. And you know some people are going to draw comparisons between that and COVID. Oh yeah, I was going to mention, fuck, I forgot. Like, there was something on the back of my mind there, and I just forgot about it this moment. It'll come back to me. I think it was Metroid related, but now I don't know what it was I was going to say there. Brain fart. That's fine, it'll come back to me, hopefully. The pump control unit. Ah, right, okay then. Guess I have to disable the electric first before I can do that. I see a crack in the wall there. Ah, here we go. So this is where the boss is. Before I go in there, I should probably heal up. Let me see if I can find enemies that I can get energy from. Metroid 5, I don't know what that is. Oh, you bastards. Was hoping that thing would fly into me. Of course it goes in the complete opposite direction. How have you not heard of it? Again, I told you I'm not really much of a music person. I don't really want follow-up questions of that nature, if that's okay, because I feel like the kind of tone you're giving me right now is a little belittling, in my opinion, so maybe sort of cut back on that. It's just not one of my interests, simple as that. And I know that's kind of a weird thing, because I know like almost everybody likes music, it's just not really for me personally. I like video game music though, like I like video game music soundtracks. Like I'm really into, like, obviously if it's not obvious by the fact that I'm streaming video games, I really enjoy video games. That's just like just a big thing of mine that I really am into. I can't find any place to like heal up easily. I'm gonna attempt this boss with like half of my health. Maybe I can still do it. You don't count as real music, honestly. Kinda sounds... There's a word for it, but I can't think of the words. Alright, well, I beat the boss. That was easy. Nope, the real boss is up there. Oof. This thing gives me my health back, doesn't it? Like, my full health. Ah, there we go. Right. That works. I think I remember this boss fight because I think I know what power-up it gives you. So yeah, this thing can be really fast. You can disagree with the logic if you want, but I don't really want to drag this out. I can aim diagonally, downwards. Oh fuck. The one time I shouldn't have done that. I'm gonna turn the audio down just a tiny bit. One sec. Just fixing the audio balancing. Waiting for it to pop up here so I can shoot it in the face. There we go. Nope, you cannot hit that thing while it's in super fast mode. Oh, sorry. I am an idiot when you... Right. I thought you were Nikki there because the colour of your name and the colour of Nikki's name look very similar on the chat application I'm using. Sorry, I thought, like, Nikki was telling me that my logic was wrong. I'm sorry about that. Like, let me show you what I mean. I don't know if it looks the same on Twitch, but I'm using, like, a third-party chat application to look at my chat messages. And, let's have a look at this. If I can... Where is... Sorry, I'm still configuring things with Windows since I recently reinstalled it. So I need to find the folder where my new screenshots disappeared to. Yeah, check this out. Like, because at first glance, like, you see how the names are, like, very similar colours, so I just kind of identified it by colour. Like, you can see MSP Fan is, like, blue down there. So I was looking at that and I was like, oh, wait a minute, is that Nikki just telling me that I'm wrong? But I didn't realise that was you speaking, my bad. Professional streamer moment. Oh, fuck. Coming from the other way that time. There we go. course, that's not the end of the fight yet. Still got to destroy the core. Ah! Bah! I fucking knew I was gonna squander that. Bastards! Nah, but that was, yeah, that was annoying that happens. Whatever. Like, I should have grabbed all the health and stuff that it dropped, but it was, like, kind of in my way, so I didn't really know how to get around it without, you know, bumping into the bloody thing. Right, I'll get it this time. Ow! Fuck. Oh, it telegraphs when it's popping out? I didn't see that. Right, I'm doing much better this time. Give me all that good stuff. No! X Parasites, please. Right, I think I got it this time. There. It sucks when you beat the main part of the boss and then you die to the X Parasite core that was controlling the boss. Speed boost up power regain. Run until the speed boost begins. Yeah, so I can do the supersonic running now. Right, yeah, well I managed to do that in about half an hour. I'm gonna go back to the save room. Yep, we can still do this. Not sure how to activate it though. I'm not sure what button combination activates Shine Spark in Metroid Fusion, but we still can do Shine Sparking. Oh, that's convenient. The save is right there. Right, that's fine. This is a good place to stop. We will continue the story on this next time. So that's coming up about 2 hours now on this. That was a good session. This game, I still say, holds up pretty well. Again, it's a little bit different from the previous Metroid games because it's got a lot more of a narrative focus behind it, and it's a little bit more linear in design. But I still think this game is fantastic. Like, this game is really enjoyable. Again, the atmosphere is really good, and the SAX is, like, the best part about the game, easily. But there's plenty to like besides that as well, so I will do more of this probably next week. I think I'll wait until next week to do this again. So I hope you guys will be back for that as well. So stick around. I'm gonna do some Blaster Master 03 in just a couple of minutes.